I'm doing good. All right. Just trying to get ready for the game.
Are you contagious?
You weren't sure how far back to
I hope my energy is, but nothing else.
So how's the team look? You know, the
Good.
energy level?
Yeah, I mean, we've been pushing them. You know, we've been breaking down a lot of the things, a lot of the complex movements into little details, focusing on the details all week, trying to improve a lot of different things that were exposed the first 2 weeks. Again, we're far from a finished product. We've got a long way to go as a team, but they've had a good attitude, good effort, and you know, we have a lot of competition right now, which is good.
What are some of the benchmarks you guys want to hit offensively? Do you have those kind of completion percentage numbers, or is it just kind of so many guys are going to play that it's hard to tell?
I mean, at the end of the day, the first goal every week is to win. You know, after that, you know, you want to have 45% or better on third down. You know, you want to be 80% touchdowns in the red zone. I mean, I bore you to death with it, but the reality is we all have goals. Everybody has goals, you know, but I mean, at the end of the day, you know, you use those benchmarks to correct, you know, what you're doing. But you also have to take into consideration, you know, how the game is playing out, you know. But there's no excuse for what we've done on third down. There's no excuse for our completion percentage, for sure. There's no excuse for a block punt, you know. And I can go on down the line. There's some of those things they got to get fixed right now, and working hard to do that.
Where's Dion right now? I know you said yesterday
good week
still
so far. Good week, yeah, good week. We doubled back and made sure medically that he was really good on Monday, just to make sure that he felt good and he had peace of mind, and he's really had a good week. So anxious to see Dion, you know, continue to get better this week and get his condition in where it needs to be, Manny, and then move forward.
Al, generally speaking, what are your thoughts on these games?
By the way, Beast just comes in and then just goes right to the questions.
Well, what am I supposed to do when no one tells me where to go or what to do? But Al, what are your thoughts on these games when you guys are paying opponents to come down and sometimes in these situations, you know, it can be kind of a lopsided game.
Yeah, again, I gotta be honest with you. For us, it's just about getting our team better. And we learned that last week, so I don't want to abandon that now. I don't want to talk about the opponent. You know, but there is a big disparity from going, you know, from an SEC opponent, you know, to this week. I think we all understand that. But what I'm trying to teach our team is that it really doesn't matter what the other team does. You know, we have to take care of ourselves. And again, we know we're going to get the best that Savannah State has. We know that. We know that those guys are going to be jacked up. You know, night game and everything. We know that. So, you know, but at the end of the day, it's about us executing, about us taking care of the business that we have to take care of.
I guess I wasn't even talking about the competition level. I was just talking about the fact that, you know, there's a lot of schools like you that will, you know, have an opponent come down. Obviously, you're compensating them for coming down.
Yeah.
Is that something you're in favor of, or?
Well, I mean, I think that's the system that we live in right now.
Right.
You know, I mean, nobody was sending us, you know, sympathy cards last year when we played 3 of the first 4 on the road and at Manhattan and at Soldiers. So, again, I mean, that's the system that we're in. And, you know, again, I would love for it all to be mandated. I would love for it all to be uniform. I think, you know, I would hope most coaches would. But until that day, you know, this is the system that we live on and live in. And right now, it's the only thing I care about is getting each individual player better, and then obviously collectively getting the team better.
As you looked at the offense over the last couple of weeks, what were they doing well? What did you see on film that impressed you?
Well, I mean, again, I think everybody thought we were going to throw for 400 and run for 150 in the opener. And because we ran for 300, everybody was disappointed, you know. I was probably the happiest guy in the building because of the way we did it. You know, we had a lot of unselfish blocks, a lot of perimeter blocks, a lot of downfield blocks. So, again, you need both elements to be a really good team. So there's a lot of good plays in there, both games, a lot of good plays. We just need more consistency, and we need to possess the ball. We need to get to... you know, we need to win on third down to possess the ball better. Even with 5 takeaways, it didn't feel like we were possessing the ball in that sense. You know, it almost had like that NC State feel like a year ago. You know, where we weren't great on third down, but we were possessing the ball, but you didn't feel like you were holding on to the ball, you know. So you got to convert on third down, and then you got to convert on your chances. You know, we weren't very good in points after takeaways against Florida. We got to get that fixed.
The other night, you talked a little bit about Steven wanting to see him open it up a little bit, have some more opportunities.
Yeah.
And he even said that he wouldn't mind seeing the playbook kind of open up a little bit more. You know, when do you kind of envision seeing some of that start to happen? Is it this week? Is it later?
It's not like we haven't practiced. You know, it's not like we didn't practice it, and it's not like, you know, we didn't try to do some of it against Florida. I mean, they were good defense, you know, at the end of the day. So we just go back to work, and again, it's really important for us just to block everything out on the outside and just get better. and then connect on the throws that we get, convert our third down, so we have more opportunities. Again, our play count was low the other day because of that, you know. So, but yeah, I would love to see us, you know, convert more and hold the ball more, and then obviously that's going to lead to more opportunities.
Have you guys made decisions yet on guys as far as red shirts? Which ones you know for sure you won't maybe play in this game?
You know, on the red shirt deal, you know, we're trying to hold Walter Tucker. We're trying to hold Ray. We're trying to hold Sonny. You guys, I mean,
Olsen.
we're trying to hold Olsen. You know, you guys have all the rival sites and all that.
We can look
think back to who else is. You know, we're playing Stacy. We're playing Stan. We're playing Gus. Playing Gall. Obviously, Hunter Knighton's out,
Right.
so we're redshirting him. Guys, I think that's about it. I think everybody else has a role.
Right.
You know, to be honest with you, so I don't think there'll be any surprises. Maybe Gall, this will be his first go, but we've been spending 2 weeks getting him ready for this.
Right.
You know, we realized we didn't have enough depth to get through the season after the opener, so we've really been pushing Alex for the last 2.5 weeks. So he'll be ready for his opportunity this weekend.
So is Alex the only one that didn't play in the opener that you would like?
Yeah,
to
I'd
get in
hate to
there?
be wrong, but I think, you know, again, unless you guys have another guy, but I would hate to be wrong, but I think that's it. You know, quite honestly, I think that's where it's at.
I guess along those lines, Al, just the fact that you get a chance now to redshirt guys instead of having to play so many of them, the advantage of that.
Yeah, well, we're not out of the woods yet. As you guys indicated so many times, our scholarship numbers are a little bit lighter than they need to be, but
Right.
so we're not, therefore we're not as deep as we want to be in a lot of positions, but we can't afford to redshirt some guys, and I feel like we are building depth. But, you know, we got to be careful. You know, it can't be a fool's gold depth. You know, we got to understand that on the D line, you know, we're top heavy. We need help quickly. We need help at mid-year at that position, for instance. You know, and wide receiver, I think we have 7 on scholarship and 6 are healthy right now. So that's a bad number. We need help at wideout. You know, and I can go on down the line, but those are the 2 areas in addition to the offensive line that I think you guys know are really you know, focal points for us in recruiting right now.
Yeah, with how you've been feeling, I know you have a football player's mentality, but was there ever a thought to maybe you skip practice today, rest up, anything like that? Or?
No. Are you serious?
Doctor's orders, nothing like that?
You're the type of guy who played with fevers on game.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
All right, guys. You got any more serious questions?
All right.
Anything else from Coach Cole?
All right.